Well, moments after the historic translocation, the Congress has reacted. Jairam Ramesh has called the release of cheetahs by Prime Minister Modi a tamasha. Jairam Ramesh has tweeted, Prime Minister hardly ever acknowledges continuity in governance. Cheetah project going back to my visit to Cape Town in the year 2010. He's specific about the date, 25th of April 2010. It's the latest example, he says. The tamasha orchestrated by the Prime Minister today is unwarranted and is yet another diversion from pressing national issues. And Bharat Jodo Yatra is what Jairam Ramesh has said. Essentially, he's saying the Prime Minister and the current political dispensation has failed to acknowledge continuity in governance, saying that this is a process that initially started earlier, way back, even before the BJP came to power. He's talking about his visit to Cape Town in the year 2010. In fact, he's also put out that photograph that you see on your screens right now. This is his visit to Cape Town in the year 2010. Gaurav Bhatia of the BJP is with us. Gaurav Bhatia, your response to what Congress's Jairam Ramesh has said. He's making a point, and please comment on that point that he's making, that continuity in governance is not acknowledged by the current political dispensation. Is that so?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Bhatia, go ahead.
Nobody takes the Congress seriously now, and the reason is very clear. They like to criticize, condemn every action of the government. And when the nation celebrates, whether it is bringing of the cheetah or historic steps like INS Vikrant's induction, one rank, one pension, GST, Article 370 abrogation, the naysayers are always the Congress party leaders. And I must tell them that at least play a role of a constructive opposition and don't criticize for the sake of criticizing. It doesn't augur well for the Congress, and it also shows you in very poor light.
But he is also trying to make a point that this isn't something that just started after the BJP came to power. It was initially initiated, in fact, by the Congress government. So you can't deny that, is what he's saying.
To him, I would just like to say it's very easy to dream. It's very easy to have an idea. But to implement it so that it fructifies, that it is seen on ground, is something that requires perseverance, sincerity of implementation, and that is the difference between the BJP and the Congress.
Okay, sincerity of implementation. Get things moving is what the BJP has done, is what the BJP says. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, I'm thanking you for the moment. Now, that is what Jairam Ramesh has said. This is a tamasha orchestrated by the Prime Minister. It's unwarranted. So it's a credit war that we see erupting over the return of the cheetahs. Who's responsible? Whether this was a move by the previous UPA administration, or was it because the NDA government led by the BJP took things into their own hands and got this project moving? But the fact is that 8 cheetahs are back to India. They're not Asiatic cheetahs, they're African cheetahs. And remains to be seen how well they adjust in India. They're at the Kunno National Park. They've just been released for the moment. They're going to be at the 10-kilometer enclosure for a month at least. The movement is going to be monitored, as is the case with all big cats in India, where a radio collar is used to monitor their movements, given the manner in which they are at risk of survival. The Congress has gone on to say, why this tamasha when we also were putting our weight behind this project? I went to Cape Town in the month of April 2010 is what Jairam Ramesh has said, and we initiated this project. Why not acknowledge continuity in governance? Yes, you did it, but we started it, is what the Congress is saying. There has to be acknowledgement in continuity in governance, is what the Congress has said today. Asking why the efforts of the previous administration is not acknowledged. Prime Minister hardly ever acknowledges continuity in governance. Cheetah project is going back to my visit to Cape Town in April 2010. It's the latest example. The tamasha orchestrated by the Prime Minister today is unwarranted And yes, yet another diversion from pressing national issues in Bharat Jodo Yatra.